Hi, YouTube. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm so excited to go into this. Have a lot of people in here that are beyond thrilled to tackle this episode. I don't know why, dude. I've been so fucking busy lately. I'm really excited to see where we're gonna go into, what themes are gonna be presented. Are we gonna do a dual ending analysis just as much as we did a dual opening analysis? Where's that's gonna come from? I'm beyond thrilled. I'm beyond thrilled to go into this episode. I have a couple key questions though, and this is something that's been on my mind. Unfortunately, ever since we broke the whiteboard, it's been down and out for the count. Luckily, Reflow, or was it Reflow? I think it was Reflow, right? I want to make sure. Yes. Thank you so much, Reflow, for getting us another whiteboard that we can go ahead and use on stream. You're incredible. But I do want to go ahead and straight off by asking you guys 3 questions, right? These are questions that are on my mind. We have been touching on the surface level of these characters' depths and insight mind and so on and so forth, and it's been absolutely fucking brilliant, so on and so forth. I know I get why some people might say it's a bit slow, but trust me when I say I feel like this shit's about to pick up and we're about to go into another fucking dimension. All right, you guys ready? These are my 3 questions. My first question is this. We have seen Akane's brilliance in season 1, right? In terms of being able to go ahead and use her abilities to truly lock on in and be able to go ahead and become I, right? Yes, rhetorical, by the way. Rhetorical. It depends, right? Mods can throw it into emo only. With that, she was able to go ahead and insert herself into, a little bit of that placement that she's currently in, build a little bit of rapport with Aqua, being able to go ahead and ascertain different elements. Are we going to see Akane at some point in the future touch on something similar where we get to see her use aspects of psychology to meld in things together? Are we about to see Dark Akane come to light one day, right? Just as much as it is Dark Ed, Evil Ed, are we gonna see Evil Ed come to fruition at some point in time? And it's such a fucking magical experience to think about, especially to see and understand Akane's philosophy or mindset, right? Past that, let's move on to Mami Miyako. In the future, and these are questions that I'm asking myself consistently as it's coming through. Are we going to see Mami Miyako confront aspects of her past? And I know some of you guys might be thinking, what the fuck does Mami Miyako have to do with anything? Mami Miyako is one of the individuals that has been caught up in the whirlwind of bullshit that came from the fall down of trauma, essentially, right? Does she have a past? I don't think the anime's shown it. No, but you have to remember, literally the amount of trauma that she has gone through since the first season, right? In terms of, we had I's death, right? We had all of a sudden she's raising these kids. All of a sudden, the person that she's supposed to rely and trust on leaves, is no longer there. So there's a lot of fucking aspects that still need to be resolved for Mami Miyako, right? Third question. Is the director ever going to live outside of Grandma's home? Or, here's a big one. Is he living in Mommy's home? Not Grandma's, but you know who I'm talking about. Mommy's home. Because it's a safe space. How far does the director go, right, in terms of connections, in terms of insight, in terms of understanding the entertainment world? Taking baby trauma, rent is expensive as hell. Next question. I know. I said I had 3, but I feel like I have 5 now. Japan is expensive. Next question that comes through with it, and this is another one. Are we ever going to see Aqua and Ruby reflect on their trauma as well, right? And have a disassociative moment, have literal, because what they would be considered under, at least in what I think of, is probably PTSD, right? Which is post-traumatic stress disorder complex, right? And in case you guys were wondering, well, what the fuck does complex mean? Complex essentially means it's a combination of different disorders that can go ahead and be applied to the overall aspect that is trauma, right? Oh, I'm definitely too quiet. What about now? I should be normalized. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, I know what's going on there. But anyway, when it comes to specifically Aqua and Ruby, how are they going to handle the sins of the past? How are they going to handle the sins of the past? How are they going to handle the sins of the father, the sins of the mother? How are they going to handle the sins of themselves, even? Are you comfortable with that? Are you okay with that? Wouldn't that lead you to aspects of either depression, anxiety, aspects of even cognitive distortions inside of that environment? That is where my mind is going into, is how are Aqua and Ruby going to handle all of that? And ladies and gentlemen, I have 1,000 more questions. I don't know where the fuck we're gonna go, but I'm excited for it. With that, I do gotta say, YouTube, if you guys like deep fucking analysis, like actually deep, meaningful analysis where we take apart scene by scene live, make sure, and also, if you want to go ahead and bring your waifu to life, if you want to save your waifu from evil Ed, make sure to follow. Hit that sub button right now. Save your waifu and husbando from evil Ed right now. Especially if you're here on Twitch, follow right now. Save your waifu. Drop a Dorito. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's fucking go. Let's take this apart. What does this mean? Oh, made it 13 seconds. We made it 13 seconds, brother. What does this mean? I want you guys take the scenery out. Take Aqua out. I want you guys to be on this ride with me, okay? Deal? Fucking deal? Deal. Okay. I want you guys to just take the lyrics and internalize them for a second. Waking up from another dream, I open my wet eyelids. I curse my helplessness from those far days which dreadfully remain. Will this despair that burns my body feed me someday? Without looking at the background, without looking at, like, you know, the situation that is unfolding. What does that specific stanza right there mean for you? Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of head movement in the OP. I believe it's meaningful. There's something that comes to mind with me. It's just Aqua's perspective, isn't it? Trauma, PTSD. It's interesting that he goes from hopeless, but not helpless, hopeless. This despair that burns my body, feed me someday. So, there's always something new to analyze from them. Absolutely. If somebody says, hey, you know what? I have this despair that's just feeding me to keep going. I'm so, like, I just have this aspect that's just fucking keeping me from that keeps me fucking going and going and going. What do you get from that? And I'm truly putting that out there. I'm really putting that out there. If somebody were to have said this, despair turned into motivation, that's one way to look at it. Welcome on in. Motivation. Is it despair or is it anxiety? Because he's already said it was helpless beforehand. So is it helplessness mixed with, like, anxiety, motivation, revenge that truly is keeping this person fed? Despair integrated into identity. Right. 100%. Good fucking call out, D'Artagnan. So we're looking at this through a narrative lens, right? Which is, how are they telling this story? Right? And why are they telling the story that they tell? But the will it feed me someday sounds like it doesn't keep them going at this point, right? I keep burning myself from it as I crave adoration. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to cook. I feel like we're already starting. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're new here and you don't know who the fuck I am, my name's Ed. I'm a psychologist. We do fucking insane deep dives on all anime. It'll take us hours for a fucking episode. What sounds like something that you would crave so much? I keep burning myself from it as I crave adoration. You know, that you're more than likely going to go ahead and try and, fight for that adoration, fight for people to love you. Are you securely attached? No. You're anxiously attached, right? Or you're avoidant fearful, right? If we're going to be matter of fact, you're extremely fear rejection, right? You might have low self-esteem. You have high anxiety in those relations, right? Right. You are anxious. That's what this is stating. Anxiously fearful. Exactly. You're afraid of people leaving you, and you might even come up with the avoidant excuse, because some really, really anxious individuals come up with an avoidant excuse. You wouldn't get me. This is my pattern of revenge. I don't want to hurt you, so on and so forth, right? And it's like, no, where does this truly stem from? Is it because you're afraid that people might reject you for who you are? And even though you might crave love, you might crave affection, whatnot, you're subsiding it with the feelings of burning yourself or self-harm, because that is what's going to go ahead and keep you going. Oh, Sage, welcome on in. How you doing? So many times that I didn't even think that they literally described Aqua's attachment. Oh, but welcome on through. Sage, I hope you're doing well. But that's the main element from there, right? Is like, if we're looking at this, whose narrative is this telling it from? Probably Aqua's, right? Would you guys fucking agree with me on that? I hope you do. Hell yeah. Is this shadow that falls on me because of you? Whoa. Oh. Officially Onion. I finally get to see another psychological understand with an anime that I can love. Oh, I'm doing well. How you doing, Officially Onion? Hope you're doing well. Hi, the time. Yep. Super masking. Oh, aside from super masking, here comes in the main element. I shine so bright that she casts shadows around her. I shine so bright that, do you think that Aqua wants to be in the light? Or would he push Ruby onto the light while he does all the things in the darkness, in the shadows? I remember watching this, thinking this. Sorry, it sounds like B. Kamachi, and I don't. It does as well in that fucking story, right? 45510. Woo! So we'll back it up and we'll listen to this. And I know some people are like, how do you have new things to talk about every time? You guys have to understand, there's a different frame, psychological frame, that we can use every time to dissect what's being said, right? And that's what's fucking beautiful. All right. This is what this is bringing up for me. Where is Aqua? This is the good and shadow archetypes, right? This is brought up by Carl Jung way back when. When we're looking at a scenario like this is archetypal settings. How do we describe ourselves? What is the shadow version of ourselves versus the light version of ourselves? How do we present ourselves, the light version, right? Versus how do we feel we are, the shadow version, right? And how does that come back and forth, right? Because there's an interplay in the middle as to how we're able to go ahead and switch on these masks and off the mask, right? When we're looking at, I know, Shadow Ed, right? Evil Ed, right? Villain, hero, so on and so forth. But like, it could be any sort of combo. When we're looking at Aqua in the scenario of him speaking about the light so bright that like there's a shadow in it. When we look at I, let's start off with I. Where's I? Where would you guys classify I's good archetype and her shadow archetype? What's up, Paxton? Welcome on in. The jester for pleasure. Victim and innocent, lover and seducer. I mean, you can play on multiple roles. Absolutely. Creator and destroyer. Lover, I for love. And seducer. So what are they fighting for? Are they crying? Are they fighting for intimacy? Are they fighting for belonging, freedom, knowledge? What are they fighting for? Gesture for pleasure? Hmm. I is a victim for sure. Ooh, ooh. Innocent, says Bleak. Some people are saying innocent and victim. Did they not have any control on their safety? And that's an element I want you to go and consider, right? Did the switch happen from innocent to victim based on a safety factor? And even vice versa. For Jester and Hater, did this come from an element of control from the pleasure factor or from intimacy? Where did she come from? And I want you guys to take that into consideration as we move on over to Aqua and Ruby. Because she was shining so bright that these kids, do you guys think, I know, donk, do you guys think that they will truly be able to go ahead and be their full selves? Aqua. He probably thinks himself as a villain, right? Or maybe I know people out there in the fucking subreddits that will fit the elitist role, but more than likely he's gonna see himself as either a destroyer, right? A villain, a tyrant. But from that, what is the good side that he's presenting? Is he a creator, a ruler, a hero? What is he? And how does he use that to get by to meet other people's standards? Just as much as you do. Kaka, welcome on in. How you doing, mate? Holy shit. Hi, everyone. Welcome on through. Welcome on through. Appreciate you guys stopping on by. Hope you guys had a great fucking stream. Welcome on through. We are doing Oshi no Ko, the newest episode here, ladies and gentlemen, in case you guys don't know who I am. Psychologist goes fucking deep, bro, with every fucking character. I hope you guys are eating well. Hope you guys are fucking good. Maybe a trickster. Absolutely. Does he have any good views as himself as a hero? But welcome on in, Kaka. I hope you had a good one. Oshi no fucking peak, brother. That sounds like fucking Bikomachi. That sounds like Bikomachi, brother. You have, aside from you have given me a fatal flaw. Selfish giant star that ruined lives. Oh. When we, take a look at fucking Bikomachi, brother. 45510, in case you guys haven't fucking read it. What was the general consensus that came out of that, right? Was I truly did they truly have her in good sight, right? Or did she think that she was pretty much taking up the entire fucking stage? It was a hell of a read. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Could be. I've not read Viewpoint B. Fuck yeah, brothers. Kai the Bomb, thanks so much for the follow. You saved your waifu. Yo. It's a good opening, okay? Is it better than Idol? I still don't know. I still don't fucking know. I'm going to go ahead and recuse myself from this because I feel like you guys... I like the breakdown, right? And it feels like it grows with it. But is it better than Idol? I don't fucking know, brother. It's growing on me, but I don't know. Idol is literally a world record. Love them. No, they're great. They're great. Watch the full vid. It needs a fully animated. You can't beat that. No. So, my main regard with this, though, is we're looking I know we did the opening 1 versus opening 2 examination. We viewed all this shit together, right? And it's been absolutely fucking fantastic. In case you guys don't know, in case you guys are brand new, in case you guys are still lurking by, you guys want to freak yourselves out? Open opening 1 and opening 2 at the same time and hit it. There's so many things that align perfectly with one another that it's fucking terrifying, and it's beautiful, right? It's fucking beautiful. Seeing opening 1 and opening 2 at the same time. Fuck it. Fuck it. Here we go, boys. This is what we're talking about, right? Bird with bird. You can't hear anything here. I'll bump it up. I'll bump it up. And it's a bit. It's gonna be a bit of a literal like ADHD fucking brain. So I hope you guys are okay with it, right? We have Idol and we have Fatal, right? And this is only they fit. And if you guys look at it, it's stage, bird with the whole creepy little fucking kid, Idol with Idol. It lines up really really nicely. Eyes being the main focus that keeps coming back. Look. So this one right here is one that freaks me out personally. The screen doesn't split until Fatal says lack of eye, and then eye disappears on Idol version, but the screen splits into the stage for Aqua and Ruby and Fatal. That is fucking beautiful, beautiful timing. Just listen to this. Stage. Right? Ruby. Bird feathers. There's something that just came to mind. Wait up. Question for you guys. Sorry, this just came to fucking mind here. Hold on. Yeah, I have a question for you guys. How much of an impact is 45510 gonna have in the entire fucking story? How much of an impact is 45510 gonna have on the entire fucking story? Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm trying to remember the fucking story, but I'm like, if somebody can fucking access that in some way, shape, or form, we have the hands and the birds leading the way, right? Yes. See, that one freaked me out right there. This one as well. So you have both of them in the center spotlight, right? And what's beautiful about it is Akane's spotlights turn off, right? Yeah, Akane's spotlights turn off, but yet Ai's spotlight remains. So it makes me wonder, is Akane going to be on board, like, this whole idea, or wherever the story is going to maybe take the underlying aspect of Ai, or is she just going to go ahead and drop and take another approach? Is she gonna drop this whole aspect of maybe being friendly with Aqua? Maybe something's gonna come up in the future where she's like, you know what? I can't fucking do this. Just look at this shit, dude. Off, spotlights on, the same amount. Was it viewpoint B? 45510? The hack slashing slasher is coming for Akane. All the people. I running towards the same stage that she's performing in an opening 1. I running to the same stage that she is in opening 1, and they're little kids that can't catch up. That's what I'm saying, guys. Look, she's literally falling. And as the door disappears, she's performing. That's why I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm fucking saying, brother. Like, when we're looking at this scenario, there's a lot of, like, small little heads up in your DM. Sure. Let me see. Oh, well, that's fine. The openings are so insane. Yeah, it's going this deep. Like, it's fucking wild, man. Who is the insane person that mastermind? It's so fucking good, Wilkie-S. Like, if you like actually taking this into consideration, it even makes me wonder, right? Like, what the fuck is this star that's coming down? There's 101 questions. But even this. Wait for it. Bikamachi with Bikamachi. There you guys go. There you guys fucking go. I love bringing this stuff up. I can't wait for season 5. I clapping at the end. That's what I was fucking talking about. I'm so glad I was able to go ahead and showcase this and throw this up, guys. It's like there is like it feels as though they're putting it purposefully, right? And most people, like, we look at an opening, we just fucking skim on right through it. We're like, fuck it, it is what it is. It's a good opening. But then if you take it in and you fucking take it apart and you're like, ooh, wait a minute, this is like 1 or 2 seconds off at times, but it's telling a fucking story. Why? It's such fucking genius, I can't even comprehend it, dude. So much, exactly. Everything is in the rightful place. Holy fuck, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys feeling after that? And I hope that helps. I know YouTube, that might be a little bit, I guess, more difficult. Taking serious, but the eye stage got me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is they're exactly aligned at the same time. You know, the very beginning, they're cheering on I. At the very end, I is clapping for them being on stage. That is some fucking wild shit, dude. That is some fucking wild shit. And for me, because we're going to do this to the ending at the very end of this episode. For me, that screams that there's purpose behind it. Season 1, episode 1, I made a prediction. Based on the opening analysis that we've done, I made a prediction that Ruby will turn into a second eye. I made a prediction that Ruby would turn into a second eye, or would try and act as I in some way, shape, or form, or become I. I know. This was way back when. My question with this becomes, how the fuck are we going to get there? Yeah, he's cooking. This was way back then, dude. This was at like season 1, episode 1 type of thing that they got a drama focus on the show because of the play. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, you guys ready to fucking go, bro? All right, let's fucking go. Let's go. We'll be stopping, by the way, in case you guys don't know. We'll be stopping. We'll be analyzing every so often, talking about random shit, stuff like that. My God. Ping pong the animation. Let's go. Play with my balls. Wait, that sounds wrong. Hold on. Don't take that out of context. Fuck you, chat. Stop. I meant ping pong balls. No. Stop. It's time for the club. I fucking do this to myself every time. Hold on. Oh shit. All right, we're back.
お願いですから話を。
ライダさん、
何何？
帰りのお客さんの中に東京ブレイドのアビコ先生が。
Oh shit. Oh shit.
はい。
おもてなしおもてなし。いやー、まさか先生にお越しいただけると。
Those eyes, brother. Those eyes, brother. That's like someone that realizes that they fucked up, brother. That's someone that realizes, like, okay, I might have taken things a little too fucking far. I understand that theater and, you know, video game acting are two different fucking ways of acting. And I'm over here thinking, imagine fucking, or like even vice versa, right? Imagine getting Kratos, right? To all of a sudden be to be or not to be. That is the real question. It's two different forms of acting altogether, right? Theater and manga writing, right? Theater, manga, voice acting, so on and so forth. This is why, hopefully, not, don't mean to trash any translators or people out there. Just saying this now before I end up in some hot fucking fire on Twitter. This is why we should keep the original intent of the author present whenever we switch on over, and we, you know, cut things appropriately whenever we do interpolation of like an anime and whatnot, in order to to keep the essence of what's being there, right? And not necessarily switch it into what we think is appropriate, because that kind of, I might get some fucking fire for this, because I have some friends in the industry and they're like, localizers are there for a fucking reason. And it's like, yeah, but sometimes people just take it and run. And my big thing is keep the essence of the author there, right? She's so precious, nothing can go wrong.
言ってもらえればチケット用意しましたのに。うちの舞台いかがでしたか？
今の舞台ってああいう感じなんですね。思ってたのと全然違いました。
Yeah.
脚本を書く上でとても参考になりました。
それは何よりで。いやー、先生直々に書いていただけるなんて楽しみだな。原作者書き下ろしだったら現場のみんなも喜んで。
でもどうにかできるのはライダさんだけですよ。
And that's the main aspect, right? Like, how far do you go before you put up your own boundaries? He does sound like the man god. How far would you, like, and this goes in general, and this is a genuine question for you guys. How far do you allow people in to have their way before you put up your boundaries? And you're like, wait a fucking minute. No, I have to go ahead and stand up for something. Are you a people pleaser that allow others to have their opinions and their ways without you saying anything? Or are you more of the type of individual that's like, hey, you know what? You might not be friends after me after I fucking say this, but brother, you're letting the fucking Hulkamania run wild. Like, how are you in that regard? Aqua's playing fucking 5D chess and moving pieces accordingly. But even then, does Aqua know that he's leaving himself weak as well? And I'll get into that in a bit.
先生、腹割って話しませんか？僕は今すごく弱い立場にいます。今後も出版社との良好な関係を続けなければ仕事がもらえないし、作家が持つ著作者人格権には同一性保持権ってのがあって、先生の許可なしに当ブレの舞台をやることは絶対にできない。同一性保持権を行使するのは先生が持つ当然の権利なんです。だからこそ頭に入れといてください。先生が書いた脚本はマジのマジでそのまま使う可能性があるということ。
それは私的には全然構わないんです。
いいえ、ちゃんと考えてみてください。今回はもし先生の書いた脚本がヤバくても役者の稽古期間を確保するためにそのまま通す可能性があります。仮に天才小説家がいたとして、そいつが初めて書いた漫画のネームが100点になりますか？
あるわけないです。
舞台脚本だって同じです。いくら天才漫画家でもいきなり最高の舞台脚本は書けないんです。
It's something else you gotta fucking take into consideration. Hold the fuck on. I'm popping off here. fucking evil Ed in the house here. There's something fucking else you gotta take into consideration. These fucking actors have to find the right strategy to play your fucking roles that you design, right? It's not free willy-nilly. All of them have a different fucking way of acting. And my number one thing is, how do you expect these actors to hone in and lock in on these fucking characters if you're like, oh, I'm gonna wait till the last second to go to write this fucking play? Fuck that shit. You give them the most amount of time for them to be able to lock in and produce the best possible fucking show possible. Otherwise, it's their name and their reputation on the line just as much as it's your name and your reputation on the fucking line, right? Some of these actors use Stanislavski techniques. They're very naturalistic actors. Some are Meisner method. You have 101 different ways of acting out there, but you have to allow the actors the opportunity to play. If you do not allow them the opportunity to play with the script, you are losing the script and you are losing the fucking actors. That is the number one thing, man. That is the number one thing. I'm fucking molding from it because you got to give people the opportunity to play. You got to let people the opportunity to get their fucking emotions from fucking within them, like what, right? Like they got to fucking pull it out of their hearts and be able to go and put it into the role to be able to go ahead. I know, lectured by a princess, to be able to go ahead and bring these characters to light. That's the main element from it. Vine booms. Oh no. I look at a situation like this and it's like, yeah. Let me flip this. It's the wrong way around. At this point, they barely have any time. Right. And that's the scary element. Like, how good of a show are they going to present if they don't have any time, you know? And I'm glad that he's speaking the truth. And I love fucking Sensei here. Don't get me wrong. I think she's adorable, right? But is there going to be enough time to produce a good show?
もう一度言います。先生が著作者人格権を振りかざすなら、僕らはそのまま採用する可能性がある。そこそこグダグダな舞台になるでしょうね。
脅してるんですか？
お互い様ですからね。
おお。
これくらいの駆け引きは何度もしてます。僕は舞台に関わる100人以上の仕事を守らなきゃいけない。こっちはジジイのの1本や2本する覚悟で仕事してるんです。
What the fuck?
この舞台見てくれたんですよね。今回の脚本はゴア君のものです。彼の仕事を信じてみてくれませんか？
歩み寄りなさい。メディアミックスは他人との共同制作。自分だけではできないことの集合体なんだから。
わかりました。私もプロの仕事を信じます。ただし、一つ条件が。
なるほど。こういう感じになりましたか。クラウド上。
She's in my fucking calls, brother. They're fucking communicating. From the start, this could have been solved if they had just set up a fucking Zoom meeting between all four of them. Direct communication. Oh, fuck, bro. Dialogue, group project. Let's go. Mods, can you set up a poll real quick? Poll time. Actually, I'll do it myself. I'm actually kind of curious, and this goes for YouTube as well, right? The mods don't know what I'm asking. All right, hold on. Here we go. Now I'm really curious. In group projects, right? Whenever you were in school or at work or whatnot, in group projects, did you finish it with others, finish it on your own, or let it fail? Genuine fucking question, and I'm curious. What happened with you in that regard, right? Because this speaks volumes towards a lot of people. And I know because I've been in each one scenario, right? Sometimes you get fucking tired of dealing with people and their inconsistency, and you're just like, you know what, I'm not gonna even fucking trust you guys. I'm gonna get this shit done by myself. I don't fucking care. Or maybe you do get it done with the group, right? So how do you guys work in that? It depends.
このテキストデータをリアルタイムで共有。それをこの場でアビコ先生とゴア君が通話しながら修正していく。これがプロデューサーとして許容できるギリギリのライン。
Sure,
じゃあ
perfect,
早速
perfect.
始めましょうか。
わかりました。お願いします。では1ページ目から。これをやると原作者と脚本家は仲良くなるか仲悪くなるかのどっちか。こういうのが原因で揉めて企画がポシャることも多々あるから、仲介屋の仕事としては下作もいいとこ。
Right.
でもまあもうこれ以上悪くなることもないだろうし、失うものもないし、好きに戦ってくれや。
And my concept with this, hi Lilypup, how you doing? Direct communication is beautiful and it's awesome, but at the same time, yes, can it leave you with a sour taste? Absolutely, right? Can it stop sometimes people from like trying to communicate with you in some way, shape, or form? Right? Some people don't like direct communication. And by direct communication, I mean very straight up communication. Some people don't like to know what they're doing wrong or how they can improve and how they can change. But the fact that they're all there and they've all showed up, it means that they want this to work, right? Each one of them has a vested interest. As nerve-wracking as this is, as time-consuming as it is, they're trying to go out and get this shit done. And that's what's fucking great.
ただ、一つだけ恐れるべき懸念点はある。さあ、鬼が出るか。ジャが出るか。
ブレイドがならず者を倒すシーンはカットしていいです。その代わり、その後の剣とのバトルの中で剣がブレイドの性格を理解できるようなセリフを足します。
それだとだいぶ原作の展開から離れます。
That's okay. That's okay.
大事なのはキャラの柱なので。
Let's fucking go.
何やっても OK。
Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go. She's already starting to give in, right? It's the foot in the door technique that's already happening, where it's like hey, it's okay to go ahead and like, not stick as much, right, to the source material as possible. Let's go ahead and like, go through it. We'll work together. We'll be able to go ahead and get shit done. That's fucking great, dude. Great fucking W in that scenario. Great ability to go for him to pick up shit directly.
なるほど。
Yeah.
ちょっとずつ先生の許せるラインが見えてきました。だとしたらブレードはバトルの後、刀を肩に置きながらセリフというのはどうです？
ありあり。分かってるじゃないですか。
そしたらここはこういう感じで。
どうして？
ちょっと舞台の仕組みがわからないとイメージしづらいかもしれないですが、スクリーン前を移動しながら会話の方が旅感出るはずなんで。
なるほど。
That's fucking sick.
その引き出しは私にはないやつです。
That's fucking sick, bro.
こう見えて結構売れっ子なんですよ。
That's so fucking sick, bro. Now they're having fun with it. And using fucking screens at theater and like a 2.5D play. I gotta go see one, man. I gotta go fucking see one. Oh.
そういえば、ゴアさんが脚本書いた舞台見ました。
ああ、どうでした？
だいぶ好きでした。
Oh.
ああいうの書いてるんですよ。
東ブレの舞台でもあの感じ出してください。
いいんですか？だいぶ雰囲気変わっちゃいますよ。
いいです。得意なことはどんどんやっていきましょう。
それじゃあここも舞台効果で済ませちゃって。
ここもカット。
このセリフもカットでいいですよね。
こっちも演技でどうにかなりますよね。
攻めてますね。ここもカット。
カット。
I'm fucking loving this, man. Propinquity up the fucking wazoo. I'm shipping them like no to fucking tomorrow, brother. I'm about to break a fucking champagne bottle on this fucking ship here, brother. It's so it's cute, right? But overall, this comes from the essence of genuinely being able to communicate, right? And this is often what we fucking lack just in general is you have people that are communicating at different odds and keeping in their echo chambers, which is really what happened, right? And is shipping them too. Yeah. Like they're in their own little echo chambers and they're not communicating. But if they're able to go and communicate, you're able to find some middle ground and you're able to go ahead and like build from there and go from there. And that's what's fucking great. However, you know who I wish had this kind of communication? Aqua to Ruby. I wish Aqua was able to go ahead and communicate everything that he's fucking going through over to Ruby here instead of just, I don't know, Aqua to therapy. Oh no. Oh no.
コアさんのおかげでかなりいい脚本になりました。役者さんが演じてるシーンが目に浮かぶようです。
ええ、本当に。先生、皆様、朝までお疲れ様でした。
Longest Zoom call
お
ever.
先に失礼します。
Longest Zoom call ever. All of them had to just stay on and fucking mute themselves. Oh.
失礼いたします。
ゴア君
Did they delete everything?
なんか楽しくなっちゃって。
やっぱり危惧した通りになった。クリエイターが団結すると尖った作品になりがちなんだよな。でも時間がないし行くしかない。これがうまくはまればすごいものになるのもわかる。そう、新たな頭痛の種が。
That's great though. Here's my thing. This might hurt me. Guys, this might... where the fuck is my marker? Hold on. We're fucking making this work, brother. We're making this work. A whiteboard. Let's go. Whiteboard, Sean. Hold on. I know. We fucking broke the whiteboard. Hold on. I'm getting this shit ready for you. Ow. Whatever. You guys should be able to go ahead and see this from here. Don't get my fucking... There you go. Shitty ass fucking marker here. God. Give me a good marker. Where's the good markers? Here's one. Stand up. We should be able to see it, brother. All right, hold on. I'll stand it up over there when I'm done. Guys, when we're talking about acting, anime dead on a whiteboard, exactly. When we're talking about acting, specifically Aqua versus everyone else, right? What are the differences that are able to go and be established, right? So number one, we have Akane, right? Who is very meticulous in her acting technique. She is very in-depth, right, in her ability to go ahead and go through and analyze a character through the psychological aspects that are being presented, right? Pink shirts are very underrated. Pink shirts are great. Akane is amazing at being able to go ahead and put herself in the mind space that allows her the opportunity to bring people to life. Kana, where does she draw this from? Kana, child actress, draws from emotions, adaptability, draws from the aspects of self. Aqua, where does he draw this from? Where does he act from? I want you guys to think about this, right? Aqua as an individual and what we've seen him do so far, where does he anger? Base emotions, logic. We're not going to go in that deep. We're going to use logic. We're going to use base emotions, happy, sad, angry, whatnot. What would happen in a scenario where Aqua has to do similar things as Akane, Kana, and the other individuals, where they have to go ahead, right, and be empathetic and draw from personal fucking experiences the way that they do to create and become a better character, a better actor, a better individual. When we're looking at the style of acting and the way that they're presenting this play, right, and the way that they're presenting even like what was done previously, how did Aqua come into mind with his own abilities and his own thinking patterns, right? He thinks about how the director wants him to act, and that's the main flaw, John F. If you're thinking about the way that you want a director that wants you to go ahead and act, are you acting the character, or are you acting the way that you think people want you to act? And that is the flaw. And that is the fucking scary aspect of things, right? You're copying a reference. Exactly. All right, guys. He's looking too into it. I'm looking too into it. But even past that, I'm actually surprised that people haven't put together who Aqua and Ruby are. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised that people haven't put together who Aqua and Ruby are. Whiteboard John floor. Bye Whiteboard John. Wizards. Aqua's also good at delivering on the director's intentions, right? Why would they put together though? Because here's the thing. Hold on. How do I? It doesn't take a fucking genius to put this together, right? So, number one, let's dive in on deep, right? How does two individuals come into this world of acting, idol, so on and so forth, right? How do two individuals come into a scenario like this, right? We have to start taking into consideration the connections that they have, how they form those connections, the major events that come through with it, how individuals spark up a reference if you've been around them, how they acted in certain regards, push forward even more so the aspects of like what triggers they're having inside of that realm, right? So the number one aspect or thing to like conceptualize in this, and this is something that like even in therapy happens, which is, okay, I can tell that you had a reaction to this beforehand when we were in session together. Tell me how this came about, right? Did this come about because when you were a younger kid, maybe your mom or dad didn't give you enough attention, and therefore, right, you could correct me if I'm wrong on this, therefore you started acting out, and you started maybe like, because you weren't finding that attention, or you weren't finding home there, right, at the home where it should be, you started branching out and dousing yourself into disassociative elements of anime and video games in order to fill the void that those individuals couldn't necessarily be there for you and or understand. And even going further than that, is that why sometimes you just drown yourself into Discord and have something constantly on in the background, TV noise, maybe in your room it's a little bit of a clutter, because of the fact that like it's a little bit easier for you to maintain your calm or safe space in that environment due to it feeling as though there is something for you to wake up and do, because there's feeling that maybe you need to go ahead and do something in that regard, right? That's an example of how you can go ahead and use a past trigger to like sort of start, and of course with the information being given, to, you know, like you're like, wait a minute, that got way too fucking real. Kai, wait a fucking minute. wait. No. Like, you know, you can use past information that has happened maybe in someone's life, and you bring it on forward, and you start connecting elements. Like, where does that come from for you, and why is that there, right? Because that's the main question to ask yourself, right? And even further than that, you can go ahead and ask yourself this, right? When you start looking at like other people that may line up specifically with the time periods that are being set there, how does this align with one another? Why, for example, this is something I would question for deep talks after 2 a.m. I feel like you're talking to me. Oh, Kai. Why does Aqua know so many important people that were, you know, close and or around I? Superman in the glasses disguise? Yeah. The director, Mami Miyako. Immediately, my mind, sorry, I gotta. See, what you're not taking into consideration are the multiple effects that come through when trying to fully understand a character. We have to take into consideration the Brofenbrenner's ecological theory. At what point in time did this come in being? Even past that, how did the individual surrounding this individual impact them going forward? How come no one knew of these individuals, this actor, this idol, this group that is together that started to go ahead and flourish? There are certain key traits that we need to go ahead and start pinning down. Even moving past that, the connections that were made, how much of an impact do they have on the field to be able to go ahead and pull strings to allow these people in, and why so? Moving past that, how much information is actually out there to allow people in the aspects of self, right, for them to go ahead and do what needs to be done and integrate seamlessly, for the most part, into successful statuses on different levels. We're going to move even past that. Why is Miyako the adoptive mother of Ruby and Aqua? Why is someone, right, that doesn't necessarily match the description, right, of being their mom, a mom? She's not adoptive in public. And Maho, you kind of look Japanese without your glasses on. Publicly, she's the biological mother. Well, that's interesting, because if we go back and we take a look at the reference pictures from back then, and even the medical records, which can easily be accessed, there's nothing that states that she had a hospital visit during that period of time, during the whole year period, and nothing to do with any sort of pregnancy being necessarily shown or showcased during those events, even though Mami Miyako and producer Chan were out and about, probably going to events and shit where there was public publicity happening all around. But isn't it interesting that during that same period of time, I was having health issues and was actually, gone out of the sight of the public view. Yeah, but nobody looking into her because nobody cares about her. They hide info. It helps that they have similar hair. And no, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talks. Oh, man. No, but that's the main regards, is you start like a really intelligent person. Someone with a really good psychoanalytical lens, especially when looking at someone particularly, you start diving deep into these questions. Like, how did this come about? Why did this come about? Right. And even past that, how does this impact the future? Right. And those are the main elements that when I'm looking at, I'm looking at someone, I want your whole fucking history. Right. That's the stalker mindset. Not necessarily. You have to remember, in order to truly be there and heal people, right? Not heal people, but you guys know what I'm saying. Allow people the opportunity to start the process of healing. You need to understand this. You need to understand this. You need to understand Brofenbrenner's ecological theory, right? You need to understand the periodic table of kinks. You need to go ahead and understand power and control. You need to go ahead and understand the doctor literally died over HIPAA. Yeah. So you need to understand how power and control can be taken out of individuals. You need to understand Erickson's psychological developmental stages, right? How does trauma impact the person? We start using all of these key things to start putting in together a profile about the individual. Then we start using evidence-based practices to allow the individual to start healing, right? The periodic table of what? Of kinks. You heard me. And there's more. We use Maslow. We use a lot of different elements from it.
行くしかない。これがうまくはまればすごいものになるのもわかる。くそ、新たな頭痛の種が。
Hi, Victor. Welcome on through.
まったくとんでもない脚本が上がってきたわね。説明台詞がゴリゴリ削られて、やたら動きだけでどうにかしなきゃいけないシーンが多い。
Right.
役者の演技に全投げのとんでもないキラーパス脚本じゃない。失敗したら責任は全部こっちのせいってわけね。だいぶ無茶ぶりが過ぎるんじゃないかしら。
How'd I have a fucking feeling, brother? Melt is already fucking... Melt is just fucking freaking out. Just... What did I come into? Oh, no. But no, Legitimately, we're looking. Yeah, now the script interpretation is simplified. Exactly, because now you get to play around with it. That's fucking great. However, both of you and the majority of you guys are open to this whole theatrical world and are open to the interpretation and aspects of self. What about those that aren't? What about those that follow the script line by fucking line? Because for them, that means everything.
これならさや姫の解釈は私と合ってる。それどころか新しい一面も発見できる脚本で。
Yeah. これは考察のしがいがありそうだな。でもこれはやるの難しいわよ。
俺は問題ない。もともと物足りないと思ってたくらいだからな。
私はこっちの方が得意。やっぱり演技は体で語ってなんぼでしょう。
You know, some days I thought we would never bring on this mask again. It's okay. The reason I'm putting on the mask though is the reason I'm putting on this mask though is to actually take it off. Take it off. The reason I'm sorry, I don't mean to be I would rather wear this one for like, you know, be the content creator that puts on a mask and laughs about shit than be the way that some fucking content creators actually are. If you guys know the fucking Twitter content creator drama that's happening recently because of the weird shit that's happening, y'all would get that one. Exactly. Thank you, Eric Dad. The main element that I'm trying to go ahead and highlight through this, now you're great, don't worry. Yeah, exactly. The main element that I'm trying to highlight with this though is she's right. Acting is a matter of reacting, right? And I had a great fucking theater professor that, like, it seems that this year's just that. Yeah. I had a great theater professor that was like one of the directors of SAG-AFTRA, of like the, you know, the region where I'm at. And she would always tell us, hey, acting is reacting. Acting is being able to go ahead and be in the scene using your experiences to bring something to life. Right, gray hair would. I like how Chet's like, hey, fucking out of limits. Wait. And then they're like, hey, gray hair would. But when it comes to that, acting is reacting. You got to be comfortable reacting and playing off of your partners, right? And being able to go ahead and do silly shit. And I would suggest even taking improv. It's scary, but if you guys haven't done something like that, it's a really good way of getting yourself out there and learning how to go ahead and react on stage. When we're looking at a scenario like this, though, you also got to be very fucking careful. Because if I'm like, hey, this role that you're about to play is about someone that, you know, after high school lost a majority of their friends, their romantic love, right, or the person that they thought that they'd be in a relationship with, turns out that it wasn't for them, and that they're struggling to even maintain the basics of adulting or caring for themselves, right? From this, it looks like their parents are getting older, and this character is starting to realize that, like, their parents might not be there much longer. And in essence, what do they have to live or to show in the essence that, like, they are something worth being proud of, you know, someone worth being proud of. In that, they're also struggling to maintain a job, struggling to make connections outside of like a Discord, you know, and just like I'd ace this role, and it's like all of a sudden, how, like, especially if it keeps going in like darker and darker, how fucked up do you think your mindset can get where you start like adopting even traits from the character onto yourself, and it might get you to do something really, really bad or trigger something in you. I've had many of people, like, for example, in therapy, we do something called a crisis plan, right? And a crisis plan is going over traumas, going over any triggers that you might have. In your best day, what does your best day look like? What does your worst day look like? What can we do? Go ahead and do to like go ahead and like and stop prying into chat's past. What can we go ahead and do to help you avoid your worst days, right? How can we help you get better? This is stuff that we do to go ahead and avoid people from being triggered. But last time, someone got triggered, right? Because, are you guys ready for this? There was a bee. Not in the office, outside. And all of a sudden, they got triggered because they remembered, you know, they got stung as a kid. Family started yelling at them. Family, because they got stung, turns out that they were really allergic. Cost the family a lot of money. Family were in rough states for a little bit. Dad blamed mom for not taking care of child. Child was caught in between the crosshairs. All of a sudden, child can't go to dad or to mom because both of them are mad at each other and mad at them for being stung. And and B. Komachi, was this Nicolas Cage? And so it just escalated from there, right? And so we all have different trauma factors, right? Bees are cute. And I want to clarify one last thing as we continue going on forward. Hey. I might get shit on for this, but this is okay. Hey. I understand. We all go through tough shit. And it's okay if you come after me for this. That's fine. Because I at least know the DSM-5 well enough to say this out there. Hey, get closer. A little closer. Un poquito. A little closer. I want to be right up on your ear for this. Not everything is trauma. Not everything is trauma. You stubbed your toe, right? You stepped on a Lego. That's not trauma. Psychological trauma, at least. I just got to go ahead and say that. I just got to say that because everyone, Sage, no, thank you so much. Everyone in their, like, out there nowadays is calling everything trauma. There's a difference between an acute stress incident and trauma. Acute stress incident is anything that literally causes you stress for a short period of time versus trauma being something that elongates for months and years. And that is exactly why I have to go ahead and highlight that. I have to talk about it. Because sometimes when I'm talking about trauma, people think that it's just like the trauma that they hear about on TikTok and shit. Anyway, come after me. Use the DSM-5. We'll have a discussion.
ゴアさんも脚本の癖出てるな。
まあ、俺たちはあの人の本の舞台何度か出てて勘どころはわかるし問題ないけど。
劇団ララライの真のトップが誰か証明するチャンス来たな。
Oh shit.
ララライのみんなも新しい脚本にノリノリ。だけど。
マジか。
Melt, no, don't melt. Melt, don't melt. No, melt, don't melt. No, poor Melt Nerdcoon. Melt is melting. Melt Redemption now.
間に合うのかこれ。アクアにとっちゃこんなの朝飯前なんだろうけど。
いや、どうだろうな。
お
Oh no.
よーし、始めるぞ。お前が新しい新宿の頭か。どれほどの器か試してやる。
渋谷の奴らを憎んで何が悪いの？あいつらは私の親や兄弟を殺したのに。
所詮キャツらは右往の衆。我らが破れることなど万に一つ、いいえ、極に一つも。
100名、そこはもっと張っていい。
はい。
トキ。さや姫。
ストップ。
What you doing, boy? What the fuck you doing? You ain't gotta smile. Someone's there. Someone's fucking dying in your arms. You, what the fuck you doing? Get out. Now Kisu. What you doing? The raid. Let him cook. Bro. I'd be like, imagine in your fucking arms, right? You have your mom, or your dad, a loved one just passing away in front of you, right? And they're there, and this is your last moment to fucking say something. What do you say to them? How do you feel? What is the last thing you say? What is the last thing you say? Right? Like you gotta push it on through, brother. You gotta push it on through. You gotta get them to feel what they gotta feel, brother. And especially as a director, you gotta look at something like this. You gotta call it out. You gotta like jump in on it, right? Ed, it's burning. Evil Ed coming out. Ed, stop. No, Kai. Oh, no. Wait, what do you mean by that? Aqua's feelings? Yeah. Absolutely. It's not her dying? Oh, I thought it was her dying. Bro. Bro, you can't tell me it's not someone dying when you're holding them like this. Very Shakespearean, might I say, right? It's like, alas. Let it roll, Ed. You're almost dying. Ah, okay. Big difference. Big difference. Big difference. Alas. All right, hold on. My piece is ready. Hold on, dude. Hold on.
100名そこはもっと張っていい。
はい。
陶器。
さや姫。
ストップ。陶器、ここはお前の一番の見せ場だ。もっと本気で。
すみません。
この舞台のクライマックス、戦闘の最中、重傷を負い、倒れたさや姫、絶望する陶器。だが、奇跡的に目覚めたさや姫を目にして、陶器はどういう感情を抱く？
If this was your mom in your arms, how would you react to that? Us looking in. Hey, Aqua. If this was Mommy-kun, how would you react to this? Evil Ed. No, I know, right? I fucking know, brother.
不安からの解放。強い喜びと希望でしょうね。
そうだ。お前は確かに原作通りの演技をしている。が、舞台はもっと強く感情を出さなければ客席に届かない。
You gotta project. It's not film. And that's the main fucking thing I always state, man. It's not fucking film. Film, you can get the close up with the fucking lip quivering and shit. On stage, you gotta make that shit like fucking tremble, brother. You gotta fucking XQC Kaisen that fucking shit, brother. Be so over the top for people in the back to be able to go and see it, you know? You gotta be so over dramatic on stage for people to see it. Excuse me. It's great, dude. It's fucking great.
感情を引き出せ。ここは感情演技のシーンだ。
Emote react, yeah.
よし、それで行こ
う。よいしょ。まあまあ、アクアくんは舞台初挑戦だし、バランスわからないよね。ちょっとずつ合わせていけば大丈夫。
甘やかしちゃダメ。アクア、あんた感情演技したことないでしょ。
Yeah,
演技って結局人格が出るのよね。アクアは普段から感情を表に出さない。だから演技にも感情が出てこない。どこかで見た見本を見本通りに再現することしかしてきてない。
Sure.
これはアクアの性質の問題。
分かったようなこと言うんだね。
そりゃそうよ。この中でアクアと一番付き合い長いの私だし。
Damn. Calling her out, brother. Calling her out. Easy fucking flex. Hey, yeah, of course I can do this. I'm at least being fucking real about it. I've known him for forever. I'm the childhood friend. Who are you, huh? Who are you? I'm the childhood friend. Love is war. Childhood first love, kind of supremacy. It's great. It's great, though, that she's able to go and stand up and say this, right? Which highlights everything else, though. For Aqua, it might be harder for him to emotionally act. I have a feeling if he were to ever emotionally act, he'd probably get very fucking sick. He'd probably get to one of those points where his stomach just feels in fucking knots, and you feel like throwing up and shit. Like in case you like, I've seen a lot of people who when they have to emotionally act and they don't really are used to it, they're pulling from aspects of themselves, and it's sickening, bro. Didn't they only met once as kids? No, and that's the main regard. It's like go into any theater production, right? Any theater stage or whatnot, and ask them how they did the first time that they had to perform an emotionally invested character. And you get situations where actors will tell you, hey, they now have a routine, which is before a show, they do their pre-show poop or pee, and then like in the middle of the show, they're working out their nerves, right? Because sometimes you have to get into a very deep emotional place that you're not comfortable with necessarily, but you have to bring it out. And then afterwards, like some actors, some individuals go out and let it out in some way, shape, or form, right? Only takes one day to take best girl. So who's best girl? Wait, who's best girl? Who are you guys saying it's best girl?
そりゃもうちっちゃい頃からの知り合いだし、実質幼馴染みたいな。最近知り合ったどこぞのビジネス彼女とは話が違うのよ。
言うて再会したのここ最近だろ。だけど分かってる。有馬の言うことは全て正しい。俺は感情演技ができない。感情を高ぶらせ涙を流す演技なんてもってのほか。
言い過ぎたかも。でも私が言わなきゃ誰も。
Right.
有馬はどうやって泣き演技をしてるんだ？
感情泣きとか体泣きとか手法はいろいろあるけど、子役の世界でよく使われてるのは、アクアくん、もしお母さんが死んじゃったらどうする？
Wait. I know. I did it. I fucking swallowed that shit, bro. Wait. 1d4 damage for every word in that sentence. Stop predicting things in life, Ed. Oh no. Keyboard vicious mockery. No, but it's true. Especially if you ever do like child acting or kid acting or anything like that, right? Like the number one way that you get kids to act a certain way is you hit on these elements, which brings up the psyche now that I have of. Ooh. When did I die? How old were they? Hold on. How old were they? 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, we'll explore both of them. Can I do things by myself, or need I always rely on others? Children need to develop a sense of personal control over physical skills and sense of independence. Success leads to a feeling of autonomy. Failure results in feelings of shame and doubt. 4 and 5, 4 and above. Children need to begin asserting control and power over their environment. Success in this state leads to a sense of purpose. Children who try to exert too much power experience disapproval, resulting in a sense of guilt, right? We're looking at this scenario, right? Of course, children need to develop a sense of trust when caregivers provide reliable care and affection. A lack of this will lead to mistrust. This is where the trauma comes in. And this is sort of where they're coming into, right? This is the main element that they're coming into. And these are the main elements that he needs to go ahead and confront. Is he good or is he bad? Does he always need to rely on others, or can he do it by himself? Is his world safe? The answer to all of those is no. His world is not safe. No. He's like, he might have been, an adult in his past life, right? But mentally, he's traumatized at a young age. Mentally, he's traumatized at a young age that he now has to work through all of his emotions and every fucking thing from, right? It's a reincarnation. Yeah, you can have memories of a past life. However, neurodevelopmentally, and I want you guys to think about this, right? A good isekai, a good reincarnation, whatnot. You have to remember that your brain will be affected by what happens in your earlier years, right? The brain is a body. So in a situation like this, we can look at even Rudius from Mushoku Tensei, right? And say, yes, he might have experience or memories of the past world, but guess what? All the trauma that he goes at a younger and early age, that's going to shape how he experiences the world going forward, because that's a brand new cognitive brain. He doesn't have the capacity to go ahead and reshape and think probably at a critical level, right? At the level that he's able to go ahead and change his environment and use appropriately his scoping skills to be okay. As much as Aqua, like we can say Aqua is a doctor in the past life, why isn't he acting that way? How many of you guys would say that he is a traumatized teenager, right? Like, that we may know one or two out there that is acting based out of his emotions? Maybe because they had trauma as a kid. I can relate to this. I see a lot of fucking kids that have gone through some severe trauma as kids who act in a very similar manner to Aqua. right? Not as a doctor, but so that's what we gotta get to think, right? Is, and I guess I'll ask you this question. Back when he was a doctor, I guess I'll ask you this question: is Aqua or is Aqua the doctor? And if so, are they two separate individuals or one individual? That is the question I'll ask you from what we're talking about in that way. Influences development in person. Yeah. Aqua is a trauma. Aqua is Aqua. Both. He's Docus. All right, let's keep going, guys. Aqua is Aqua. Is Aqua? Curious about the dead. In season 1, they were blending. So yeah. There's oof.
ってやつ？目の前のものを大切なものだと思い込んで泣く手法ね。
Oh shit, bro.
今回の場合、陶器は生きてる鞘姫を見て喜びに包まれるわけだから、まあ嬉しかったことを思い出しながら演技すればいいわけよ。
Hold on, I got a question here. That trauma though. The trauma though. No, and that's the main regard is.
場合、陶器は生きてる鞘姫を見て喜びに包まれるわけだから、まあ嬉しかった。
Sorry guys, Twitch is fucking weird with it. His processing, right? He's in that fucking environment. He's processing all the shit that's happening. His eyes are twitching. He's going rapidly through everything that might have happened. It's like, oh shit, what do I do? Like, imagine this is how you can tell it's fucking trauma. This is how I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Whoever he had as a therapist or as a psychologist fucking failed him. The person, whoever he had as a therapist or as a psychologist when he was young, failed him. Straight up. Y'all can come after me, but a good psychologist and a good therapist, right, should be able to go ahead and see when you're putting on a mask, right? Should be able to go ahead and see, for example, why are you intellectualizing, especially as a kid? You're not acting within normal range or boundaries and expectations. Hey, you're not Boogie, whatever the fucking content creator is. You don't have Munchausen. Don't put on symptoms onto yourself. What is really happening in that environment, right? Like a good psychologist, a good therapist is able to go ahead and unmask an individual based on the questions that we ask and based on what we know is normal behavior within a population, right? However, that's also dependent on how much society or culture values mental health and the experts in it, right? And that's the main regard that, like, you know, we got to talk about, right? From last I read, Japan isn't great at prioritizing mental health, so more than likely you have someone that might be an expert in it but doesn't really care about it, right? As an adult.
たことを思い出しながら演技すればいいわけよ。あんただって嬉しかったことの一つや二つ。 あるでしょ。そこをどけ剣。無策で渋谷に乗り込むつもり。
As a doctor, wouldn't he be able to circumvent those tests if he wanted to? No, absolutely not. And here's the reason why. He was a medicine doctor. It's just like people confuse Dr. K for a psychologist. Dr. K is not a psychologist. Dr. K is a psychiatrist. That means that he spent like 1,000+ hours studying how medicine affects the brain, not doing counseling sessions, right? Doctors, like even psychologists within the realm, like within the field, we keep falling. He's an OBGYN. And others out there, right? He was an OBGYN, so he probably doesn't fully understand the concepts that go into mental health labels, right? And that's the main regard is, a lot of people think like, oh yeah, you might have studied a little bit, you might be able to go ahead and circumvent certain tests or be able to go ahead and like give a false positive. No, even if you were like, maybe if he was a psychologist or like, you know, therapist, they'd be like, hey, he might know where this test is coming from. But even then, there's other methods, there's other techniques to go ahead and pinpoint if this is coming from a true or a fake origin or what the validity of it is, right? If he's able to go ahead and do that, then my man is a fucking genius level 10 out of 10. He was also ruled so he did take care of other patients as well. All right, let's keep going. Also, how did you know I also watched Dr. Oh, I don't know that, man. Thank you for the answer. Yeah, no. I love answering these questions because it's really good that we're able to go in depth and talk about the characters in this way. Maybe give you guys a further understanding of it, right? Fucking great questions. Keep asking
姫を見
shit.
て喜びに包まれるわけだから、まあ嬉しかったことを思い出しながら演技すればいいわけよ。あんただって嬉しかったことの一つや二つあるでしょ。そこをどけ剣！無策で渋谷に乗り込むつもりか？ブレード以下のイノシシ侍だな。
ここは常に相手の裏をかいてやる意識でいい。
わかりました。
嬉しかった時の記憶。
Oh, well, I'm glad on my minds. Hell yeah. Aww. She's beautiful. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Brothers. Oh my God. The lighting. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. My fucking heart, brother. That was a whole lot of Akane, man. That was a whole lot of Akane, man. That was a whole lot of Kana as well. Oh, the smile. He's finding where he can base his reactions from. That was a lot of Kana. That was a lot of Kana. That smile. Aqua's in a happy place. I know. I know.
楽しんでるんじゃねえよ。
Hey, yeah, wait, wait, no, wait, what the fuck? Is this the shadow self, or is this the doctor? What the fuck, bro? Not the black tide. Is this the shadow self, or is this the fucking doctor that's asking this shit? Evil Ed shows up out of nowhere. It's the doctor, Evil Ed. Wait a fucking minute, bro. Because all of a sudden, like, ooh, if this is his mind at work, if this is his mind literally pushing him, being like, you can't necessarily be happy, you can't do this, we can even attribute that to our own self-talk, right? Which is, you're never going to be enough. Hey, that's right. You're never going to be enough. You're never going to be loved. Nothing you do ever really matters, right? These are the thought processes that come through when you have a cognitive distortion deeply cemented in that some of us react off of. It's that negative self-talk, right? Yes, you are enough. For me, I don't know you, right? I'm proud of you, whoever you are out there in the world. I don't know you, but I hope you know that to me, you don't got to prove that you're enough. You just got to be you, right? Like, and that's going to come from instances of self. And that's the main element that when we're talking about, when we're looking at this scene, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, it might be the doctor, but it might also be a creation of his own negative self-talk that like comes through in the form of his shadow self, right? Or what he deems his motivator, right? His desire, his, his despair that he even labels in the opening song, right? The despair that keeps him going. So that will, at least we'll try and get him fed later. Fuck, dude.
忘れるな。
Never
お
forget.
前は救えなかった。お前にそんな権利は。
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, no.
おい、なんだどうした
Anxiety.
大丈夫です。ただの立ちくらみです。
Bro, that's a straight up fucking panic attack. That's a straight up fucking moment right there, man. That's a straight up fucking anxiety moment right there. And that just comes from, hey, you have two different thought processes locking up, right? You have this thought process that says you want to be happy, you want to do good, you want to do whatever. And this other thought process that's saying, hey, you suck. You smell like fucking Doritos. You're never gonna do anything with your life, right? You have two different fucking thought processes meshing up together, and that anxiety is right there in the middle, and it's just building up, man. And then I wish I smelled like Doritos, and it's yeah. So that's the main element that I'm trying to go ahead and showcase through this. Is like, this is a very just good example of sometimes how anxiety can present itself. Oof.
落ち着くまでちょっと休んできます。
People are gonna think it's the pressure getting to him. But is it?
貧血？
二日酔いじゃねえの？
金田一さんじゃないんだから。彼はまだ高校生よ。
茜、彼女だろ。そばにいてやんなって。
はい。
Oh, you're his girlfriend. Go be with them. Oh, poor Kana. You're like, I care about him too. Fix him, Akane. Akane, go and give him that love. Go and give him the kisses. Kana done fucked up. But I think Kana is putting things together, right? And Kana's like, hey, ever since I mentioned that stuff is maybe going a little awkwardly. We're proceeding on, but he's just been off in the corner, followed by this anxiety or panic attack. I'm going to ask something. Mods, I'm going to make a poll. And YouTube, I want you guys to answer this as well. You guys ready? Have you had a panic or anxiety attack in your life? Yes, no, maybe, because some people don't know how that necessarily feels like, you know? And it's a genuine question, because for some people, they don't have anxiety attached, right? They're able to go ahead and like manage their life quite well, quite decently, and use the appropriate coping skills and be okay with it, right? For some people, it's like, maybe I don't really know. It was a weird feeling, a weird spooky moment, but I don't think it was an anxiety or a panic attack, right? So for some people, it's a mix of both. Are anxiety attacks different from panic attacks? Panic attacks can be a spur of the moment thing that just stem from what seems out of nowhere, right? That can make you panic, but it's all based out of anxiety. So anxiety and panic attacks are very similar in that regard, right? It looks like 43% of you guys are saying yes, 31% of you guys are saying maybe, and 25% of you guys are saying no. Like I have, what does a panic attack feel like? Panic attack can feel like anything like disassociating, right? Like you can first start disassociating to numbness and tingling coming over to a rush of feeling sensation, your stomach being in a fucking knot, and you don't know what the fuck to do, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, like there's too much noise, there's too much this, you're in your head, and like it's a feeling of like 1,001 things happening all at once, and you're like, you have no control over it. Or maybe you might start feeling the symptoms of a panic attack coming on, right? What to do in that case? Those are all symptomology, by the way. You can hyperventilate, right? You can start disassociating. You can start getting really, really anxious to the point where you start crying. There's a lot of symptoms out there that can necessarily come from one of those things, right? So somebody asked, what do you do in this case? You do grounding techniques. Emotional numbness can come from something like that. Absolutely. You don't necessarily have to cry, but you can go emotionally numb, and you can completely just like be anxious and be a fucking stonewall. And inside you can be panicking the fuck out of everything, but like outside you're just stoned. You're just like stone cold, like not really showing any emotions. Yeah. There was one, always keep a low dose of anti-anxiety meds coming back from deployment in the early 2000s. Oh, well, thank you for your service as well, Word Braille. Appreciate it. And for some people, for example, I'll share this with you guys, and this is something that I've struggled with for a bit here. Is I've had a lot of stuff happen in my life, 1,001 things, right? And one of the key areas that always comes down it for me is sometimes if I'm getting anxious and I have 1,001 things too, I get really, really anxious. I might be stone cold, like, you know, because sometimes we have to keep our professional face on, right? But how I present my anxiety is through mindless eating at times. I don't really eat breakfast, but if I'm in here and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and munch on little things, right? And it's all of a sudden because internally I'm feeling anxious, and it's a lot easier for me to displace instead of like addressing like, oh, I'm feeling anxious because of this. It's a lot easier for me to just mindlessly eat and like take out the stress that way than it is for me to go ahead and like start breaking down and crying because I don't have time to break down and cry, right? Stress eating, exactly. So 45% of you guys said yes, and then the rest of it was broken down between no and maybe. Interesting stuff. We're going to back it up just a little bit. Good conversation, guys. Good way of going ahead and taking this and taking it into the characters and analyzing them a little bit. Celebratory yes in the public. Aw.
彼はまだ高校生よ。
あかね、彼女だろ。そばにいてやんなって。
はい。便利な設定。はい、お水。
ありがとう。
I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. I missed a point here.
便利な設定。
I mean, we have to understand this, right? Oh, that's convenient for her. For her, put yourself in her shoes. I'm not a fan of Kana's jealousy right now, even though I get it. And that's exactly it. Put yourself in her shoes, right? There's someone that you're crushing on, right? That you might have a crush on, and their fake girlfriend gates priority to like be there for him and care for him over the relationship that you may have with him. I'm still not a fan of her, not gonna lie. She doesn't understand. Yeah. So that's the main element is like, you know, in her perspective where that may come from.
Hi, お水。
ありがとう。
発汗、ふらつき、パニック発作。
I love her. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love her. Instantly, I put it together just on how he was acting previously. But even then, looking at the symptomology that she's doing right now, she's like sweating. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh.
顔真っ青だよ。ちょっと横になった方が。家の人に連絡して迎えに来ても。
やめろ。妹には知られたくない。あいつはもう前を見てる。余計なことを思い出させたくない。
でも誰かに迎えに来てもらった方が。
だったら。
If I was Akane, I'd start getting really fucking sus right now. If I was Akane, I would start getting really fucking sus right now. What do you mean you want me to call this director? Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Goat Honda? Like, what impact does this director have in your life? Wait a minute. Wasn't this the director that was... Wait. Not like she would, though. But I'm just saying, like, for me, that's one of those elements where I'm like, this is your emergency contact? You trust this person with your life in that essence? That's Papa right there.
君はアクアの彼女かなんか？マジか。俺はてっきり。俺の知らないところではやることはやってんのか。
The director probably thought he's just like, oh, he doesn't think about any of this shit. He's in another fucking world. He's like, wait a minute, he actually likes spoken like a true father. Like, hey yo. I know, Gotanda got a son all of a sudden. The director, I thought he was gay. He's like, I was pretty sure he was like, you know, ace and aromantic. Like, what is going on?
ごめんなさい。突然押しかけてしまって。
いや、いい。あいつの事情知ってるのは俺くらいだしな。別に初めてのことじゃないしよ。
前にもこういうことあったんですか？
まあ、彼女っつうなら話してもいいか。あいつは昔、それやひどい事件に巻き込まれてな。昔のことを思い出すと、たまにああなるんだ。
PTSD.
Correction, Akane. It's not just PTSD. This is PTSD-C. It's complex because of the matter of fact that we're now seeing anxiety, like different aspects of guilt. We can go into like even like mood or adjustment disorders into how he reacts to certain situations. But correct, you're in the right bracket. You're in the right fucking. I love you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's different types of PTSD. There is different types of PTSD. There's PTSD and then there's PTSD-C. So post-traumatic stress disorder can come from just a singular event. Think about PTSD coming from one singular event versus PTSD. Like PTSD is like one singular event, something that happened. It's that one particular like moment that gets to you, right? PTSD-C, it stands for complex, and this comes in from a mix of like different disorders being combined into PTSD. Because oftentimes what people would do is they would label post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, mood disorder, bipolar, and it's like PTSD is the main fragment, and these are the complex factors that come into the PTSD that we're seeing this form, because it wasn't just one traumatic event, it was multiple trauma moments and times that come through. Akane is Ed in real time, but anime girlfriend version. All of us need one. Oh no. Is there a reason we don't call it shell shock anymore? There is, and that's just because shell shock doesn't encapsulate the full aspect of what's going on in a person's mind. People thought that shell shock was just the mentality that like after a couple of weeks or months you'd be able to go ahead and get over it and move on, but that's not true. What it is, it's post-trauma, right? It's after the traumatic incident that happened, stress because you were in a stressful period, and then disorder because it's lasting over a period of time. I believe shell shock was used after World War I, World War II, roughly. Can these factors be separated from PTSD-C? Yeah, 100%. So, Ficor, when you think about it, for PTSD-C, if people are showing symptomology of these other disorders, you'll go ahead and highlight it still as PTSD-C, right? Like strong symptomology. If it comes to a point where it's like, hey, before this event, you had... you're already showing personality disorder, it would just all of a sudden be personality disorder with PTSD, right? Unless you have like other things that came with after the traumatic point, right? And this is where we have to go ahead and start differentiating and thinking about before this major event, before this trauma, did you have any other diagnosis, right? Or could you be labeled with any other diagnosis? After this major trauma, you know, what were all the diagnoses that appeared? And that's the key element.
心的外傷のフラッシュバックってことですか？
Yep.
だ。長いことカウンセリングも受けてたんだが、あんまり家族に心配かけたくなかったんだろうな。
You should have sent them to me. You should. I do it for fucking free pro bono. You should have sent them to me. I would be professional. Get me wrong, and can fix him. It should have been me.
パンチしたふりしてよ。まあ、そりゃ忘れられねえよな。俺ですら多少は引きずってるんだから。俺は仕事してっから様子見ててやってくれ。
はい。
Reliving the moment.
鼻をつく錆びた金物のような血の匂いがどうしても忘れられない。
So here's something that I would do. You ready? If this is the key traumatic moment, as a therapist and as a good psychologist, this is what you do. I know they have sensory cues, whatnot. Let's go ahead and put you into the scenario. This is over time. This isn't fucking immediate, because we're going to have to go ahead and boundary test you and get you used to the fact as to what you may be seeing, even though it might be whatnot, right? So spending longer and longer time for you to be comfortable, at least getting into the thought pattern, right? let's do a little narrative exercise. It's like, I want you to go ahead and imagine that you're in this room, right? What do you see? What do you feel? Tell me a little bit about like the sensation, right? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling that? Well, like giving person control over their mind space, specific to do with memories that are being told, gives person the ability, the opportunity to start patching up areas for them to start healing, right? So hell, mine even refuses to start because it'll take more, so we won't even cover the first one. Oof. So this is why I want to go ahead and highlight this, right? Is think about like the aspects of self, right? Did you have to stop there? So like, for example, okay, so let Aqua, why don't you go ahead and envision your one of the traumatic events that may have happened, right? I want you guys to sit squarely, like right at your desk, wherever you are. Place your feet firmly on the ground. Go into a relaxed stature and just breathe. Just breathe with me deeply. We're gonna do a countdown, right? So like 10, 9, 8, 7. Just keep breathing deeply, and we're just doing a guided meditation with Aqua down until he's in a relaxed state. And then I'm like, I want you to go ahead and describe what happened, right? Let's go ahead and take you out and take you back in. Let's shift perspectives for you. What would change in this environment? What do you wish your mom would have said to you? What do you wish? Do you wish that you were on the other side of the door instead? How can we go ahead and give you the agency that you need to feel at least like this isn't impacting you into that environment as much, right? And so what we start doing is we start giving people the tools and the opportunities for them to view the scene in different lights, different perspectives, for them to even start becoming a little bit desensitized to what may have happened. Will it still hurt? Absolutely. But do we give people the ability for them to start grounding themselves and be like, yeah, that hurts, but I'm not going to go ahead and have a panic attack. I'm like, that hurts, but at least I can go ahead and process this on my own and not necessarily have a breakdown. And that's the point that we're trying to go ahead and get into, right? I hope that makes sense. I hope that fucking makes sense. I know that takes a little bit of a while to dig into, but this is a very big traumatic moment, right? And we are in the States, well, that sucks because it's trash here. Oof. But that's the main element that like we have to go and highlight is like, how can we be able to make the person functional, right? Because here's the thing, right? And I guess I'll ask this out there, and I want an honest response. Do we ever heal from, like 100% heal from trauma? Have you 100% healed from your traumatic event? No. So we have to learn how to live with what happened, right? We have to learn how to go ahead and like grow resistance, right? So that's the same thought process that we have to have with Aqua, is we have to go ahead and give him the tools for him to start being a little resistant to what life is throwing his way. It's a part of our experience. We just learn the tools to cope and adapt. That's the main element. This is powerful fucking imagery, man. This is really, really powerful. How many years of counseling do you think would be recommended for Aqua? Not so much years, because does he need a lot of counseling? Absolutely. I think he needs a psychologist. He doesn't need a psychiatrist. Well, maybe for med management, but he needs a psychologist. He needs someone that is definitely an expert in the field to be able to dive in deep and use multiple modalities to take him out of his funk. The difference is psychiatrists only focus on medicine. Psychiatrists, I'm going to go ahead and break it down because some people seem to like psychiatrists, their whole expertise is they do like a 3,000, 5,000 hour internship, hour whatnot in medicine, how medicine affects the brain and allows you to come down to being balanced. That is their whole aspect of things. They don't cover as much into the counseling perspective. They might take a very basic rudimentary counseling class. A psychologist, our whole aspect of things is to learn how to go ahead and assess people, diagnose people properly, go in deep with them, and use different evidence-based practices, interventions That means like psychodynamics, CBT, DBT, EMDR, narrative attachment. We can even go, some individuals start going ahead and going into some of the side areas as well, that some people are like, oh, well, I don't know about that, like hypnotherapy, NLP, neurolinguistic processing, so on and so forth, to help an individual start the process of healing. And that's the main element, right? And a therapist, for the most part, they only specialize in one area. A therapist might only specialize in CBT and basic talk therapy. And that's the main element. Like most therapists, it will be like, oh, CBT is the cure-all, right? You know, and that's the key to yeah. They'll be like, yes, it sounds like I can do cognitive behavioral therapy and get you out in 12 sessions because that's all your insurance will pay for. And it's like, no, you have to go ahead and like go in deep, use narrative work, use attachment work, use psychoeducational opportunities to talk about things with clients, right? So, exactly. But I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that clarifies the differences between psychiatry, psychology, and therapy. So, in that short version, difference between psychologists and psychiatrists is one gets to the root of the problem and the other one kind of psychologist and a therapist. A psychologist can do deep assessments. A psychologist is able to go ahead and do deep assessments and has a mastery over different interventions. So for example, right now, what is the different benefits of hypnotherapy? For some people, it allows them to really like go into their own self, right? Go into like the deepest aspects of self. So for example, for me, right, I have studied CBT, DBT, EMDR, attachment therapy, narrative therapy, NLP, because I wanted to go ahead and like take some classes and learn a little bit more about the brain. I'm really interested in hypnotherapy just because I find the concept fascinating, not necessarily because I believe in it 100%, but that's like a side thing. Also going into some of the more modern aspects of like, hey, you know what, like these new coming like motivational interviewing modalities. We're going to go into like aspects of psychodynamics, of even talk therapy at times for some people. Play therapy is a huge one that I use. Art therapy, music therapy. So it's been different aspects of things to go ahead and touch in. It differs from person to person, but that's what I'm saying, is that's the difference between a psychologist and the therapist. A psychologist has multiple interventions that they've mastered or that they've known. I know EMDR. I've been able to go and use it. A therapist is only like one or two, if that, right? And talk therapy. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps you out a little bit. Sorry, psychologist. Yeah, psychologists is the expert in the field, right? And then below them is the therapist. Each expert also sees different paths to solution. Exactly, Legaru. Alrighty, let's keep going. We're backing it up a little bit because that's a really good discussion. Holy shit.
鼻をつく錆びた金物のような血の匂いがどうしても忘れられない。少しずつ冷たくなっていく手の感触がいつまでも頭から離れない。
お前がもっと注意していれば、身を張って守っていれば。
愛。
Wait, what? What?
アクア君が信奉する14年前に亡くなったアイドル。愛はアクア君と同じ。
What? Wait.
同じくアイドル活動をしている妹はビーコ町を復活させた。
Oh, she's putting it together. No fucking way.
愛に強い執着。心的外傷。星野アクアが子供の頃に巻き込まれた事件。カウンセリング。愛の殺人事件。複数犯の可能性。同居しているいちごプロ代表の名前は斉藤美也子。養子と里親。実の父親。兄弟が星の姓を使用する理由。愛の名字は公表されていない。
愛には実は隠し子がいるとか。
What the fuck, bro? She's beautiful. What the fuck, bro? She literally just pulled a me. Akane only guessed one kid, not twins. Akane is a true wizard. She accidentally broke him. Yeah, Akane Holmes. She's more Ed than you are. Oh, it's so great though. And this is what I love about this writing is you actually have a character that is thinking, that is actively fucking thinking, brother, that is like makes sense, and like they're actually using their logic to their environments, right? And she's going in deep, and she's like, wait, what the fuck does it mean? I like how this is a trigger word. Hold on. We're backing it up because this was beautiful. Him saying a girl's name triggered her yellow fucking stars to cook up a storm. Her saying, imagine if he would have been like, Karen, who the fuck is Karen? Karen, I don't know about Karen. Karen, he met her at the store when she was really mad at him. So she quickly just jumped into this like a thinking pattern, you know, like, holy shit, how can I connect this? And she started fucking cooking, brother. She started cooking and put together the pieces insanely quick. Oh, Karen Hoshino, my favorite character. But it worries me that the stars are surrounded by darkness. Well, yeah, because unfortunately, I don't know how else to put it. In a situation like this, you have to remember she's probably battling multiple emotions upon hearing that, and then processing all the information while at the same time processing her feelings with that. Oof. Oof.
Aqua 君が信奉する14年前に亡くなったアイドル。愛はアクア君と同じ事務所で同じくアイドル活動をしている妹ビーコ町を復活させた。兄弟ともども愛に強い執着。心的外傷。星野アクアが子供の頃に巻き込まれた事件。カウンセリング。愛の殺人事件、複数犯の可能性、同居している。
God damn。
が子供の頃に巻き込まれた事件、カウンセリング、愛の殺人事件、複数犯の可能性。
The possibility of multiple culprits, absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely. And there's a possibility even further than that. That you have to take into consideration that the entertainment industry has probably allowed shit like this to happen, right, on multiple times and allowed people to go and get away with that. Even past that, Akane, hold on. We're doing this. I don't give a fuck. Even past that economy, we have to take into the consideration of how this can necessarily come in about. If we're taking into consideration the aspect that maybe Ai's father is involved in some way, shape, or form with this, right? And he is also an idol or some type of, not Ai's father, Ai's partner, right? Previous partner, ex, whatnot, was involved in some type of murder, some type of aspect like this. We start to go ahead and start putting in different pieces in together to try and go ahead and understand the aspects of maybe even generational trauma. And then comes in the aspects, right? And then comes in the main question. If it does end up being that Aqua's father is one of the main culprits in this, has he suffered through any form of generational trauma or any form of trauma being inside of the industry? Because we can necessarily go ahead and point up to Ai and the way that she was brought up and the way that, like, you know, she suffered through multiple aspects of what one would consider an acute stress incident and or trauma inside of the industry itself. Going in further, we can already see that Aqua and Ruby have suffered trauma in that same environment. Even going further, let's go ahead and conceptualize this and think even further than that, right? Is there a way, right, where if need be, if future confrontations would go and happen, we're going to say, hey, there's a web of fucking strings all leading towards Aqua's father in some way, shape, or form, Aqua and Ruby's father. Or are the aspects that, in fact, because of similar patterns of desire, revenge, anger, whatnot, that these individuals might not necessarily even take one another out, but instead build emotional rapport because of the similarities between one another to create confusion, right? To create an aspect that it's not me versus you, me versus, you know, the culprit versus you. It's me and you versus the industry, and the industry at large that is allowing a lot of this shit to happen. Even past that, wouldn't they necessarily be able to go and advise with one another? Or is it just a path of revenge where I am necessarily an aspect and or a trigger of? Let's go ahead and talk about this and go even further in depth, right? Why are so many hands involved in their lives, and why are their hands involved in it, right? Why are they trying to go ahead and be support pillars or aspects of change for Aqua when he shouldn't necessarily be he shouldn't necessarily have this coalition of individuals around him. Sorry. The E in Akane means evil anymore, but I'm entertained. Is there anyone others apart from Aqua and Ruby's dad who had and that's an excellent question, because there could be other people out there, right? And even past that, here's my question to you, chat. And this is my thought pattern. Is I even the first murder? Or is there more? Are there multiple strings of murder? Is there going to be multiple strings of multiple individuals out there that when they serve their purpose, you're just so easy to go ahead and fucking kill? And even past that, right? We got to go ahead and talk about how definitely possible. Absolutely. The entertainment industry is guilty in of itself. Even past that, right? And technically the doctor died. Even past that, right? Because we're starting to see Aqua, and even season 1, start displaying some very harsh, very rough characteristics where he might fool himself into thinking that he's this way. Like, oh my God, people are just so easy to like move like chess pieces type of thing. That's why it's important to look at the scenarios. That's why I fucking love Akane. What a wonderful fucking character. My God. And we're back. Hi. Did I miss something? Hi. All right, let's keep going, chat.
同居しているいちごプロ代表の名前は斉藤都。養子と里親、実の父親、兄弟が星の姓を使用する理由。愛の名字は公表されていない。
愛には実は隠し子がいるとか。
はい。あかね、どうして泣いてるんだ？
ちょっとね、怖い想像しちゃった。もしそうだったらって考えたら悲しくて誰にも言えずに孤独だっただろうなって。私は何があってもアクア君の味方だよ。辛いことは一緒に抱えてあげるからね。
Turns out she does not bear the hard things, but could you imagine? She just fucking like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the script later on. But that is so powerful. That is so powerful. That's so fucking amazing to go ahead and see. It like, you know, she empathized with him, and she put herself in his shoes, right? She put herself in his shoes to empathize and be there for him in that one. She's on her eyes. Yeah. Right? Because she's trying to go ahead and put yourself in somebody's shoes to try and understand them. Oof.
何の話だよ。
私が考えた設定の話。
Dude, I fucking ship him, brother. The hug therapy costs extra there, brother. Was it Connie tracing out? Like, I fucking, not hugging back. I know. Well, because at that point, it's like you're admitting something, right? Or you're open to being vulnerable again with her in that regard. But my God, what a fucking episode. What a fucking episode, ladies and gentlemen. My fucking God. That's beautiful and deep, and it shows their vulnerability and their ability to connect and everything. Holy shit. Oh. Who the fuck? Wait. Hoshino. Wait. Aqua, Hoshino, Hikaru. Who the fuck is Hikaru? Wait. Wait, Hoshino, who the fuck is it fucking I? Does this wait, who the fuck is Hikaru? Who's I? Who's Hajimari? Brother, I get River, Studio K, Sosai, Komachi 3. Who the fuck is Hoshino, brother? Who the like is it I? Who the fuck is Hikaru? Who's Aqua? Shut the fuck up, Cedric. Who's Hikaru? Who is Hikaru? Who is Hikaru? Who is, like, what does Hoshino have? Is it I? Because if it was Ruby, I would assume that it would have Ruby. So does this come from I? Does this come from I? Because if it was Ruby, he would have a file that would fucking say Ruby. Just like he has a file that says, oh, it has to be fucking I. It has to be fucking I. There's probably like something fucking hidden in there. Like, so maybe he's doing his own fucking detective work or some shit. Because, right, again, how do you hide a person's name, right? Because Aqua and Ruby are out in the world, right? But using the fucking, using the last name, all of a sudden you can go in and protect other people from coming. Oh, yeah, no, it's Hoshino, right? Oh, is it though? Is it? Is it swimsuit pictures of I? Or Hikaru is the head of chess predicting everything? Or is he doing, but who the fuck is Hikaru? Who is Hajimari? Who is Hikaru? I wonder if he still has fucking clips from like working with I. And I do wonder how close they were. Having a file named Hoshino. Having a fucking file named Hoshino. Hajimaru is the movie that I and Kana and Aqua star. So then it's not Hajimari. So who's Hikaru? And what the fuck does he have of I? What the fuck does he have of I? Does he have like a video, file, music, fucking playlist? Like what does he have of I? Because if it was Ruby, he would have labeled it fucking Ruby. What the fuck does he have of I? What is he? What the fuck is Hikaru? Who the fuck is Hikaru? What does Hikaru stand for? Chat. What does Hikaru stand for? Who is Evil Ed? Light. Question. Is Hikaru the dad? Question. Now, it's not Hikaru Nakamura. Is Hikaru the dad? No. Oh, fuck. Well, there we go. Pretty sure it's Hoshino. No, bro, you can't fucking tell me it's fucking Hoshino because they were talking about like, oh, no, you're talking about fucking I, brother. That's Hoshino's more than likely going to be fucking I. So is Hikaru the dad or who the fuck is Hikaru? Now my mind's going a million miles an hour. I'm not even gonna fucking pay attention. This is fucking wild. My brain is not comprehending this shit. What the fuck? We're backing it up just a little bit. Adorable. We're letting it play. How would the director know though? You'd be surprised if the dad is a part of the industry, actively a part of the industry. I'm gonna tell you what. You know a lot of people in the industry. And if you start doing a little bit of fucking work, you can find out anyone's fucking dating history, man. It's fucking wild. It's wild and kind of incestuous. I hate to put it this way, but like for example, a lot of comedians know a lot of comedians because of stuff like that, right? Oof. All right, let's keep going. Nah. What are you cooking, director? What are you cooking? The song, man. Fuck, bro, that face. My God, brothers. My God, brothers. Wait. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Oh, no. Oh, no. Y'all really thought we were done? All right, you guys ready? Let's go. I love the color differentiation. Hold on. We're letting it play and then we're putting it together. Hold on. Yo, oh, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Okay, y'all saw that with me. Y'all saw that with me, right? Y'all saw that with me. Holy fuck, bro. This might actually be timed well together. And I put a couple other smaller things together. We're going to go back. We're going to let it play. And then we're going to... Oh, fuck it. I'll just show it again. There's a couple smaller things that we're going to talk about, right? Oh, hold on. Talking to her and herself, it breaks. He's drowning and she's all... Fuck, dude. Oh my God. She's reaching out. And it's a scream behind it too. Is Aqua going to die? The birds and the feathers, Aqua wearing darker colors while she's wearing white. Is Aqua going to die? What does death mean? Whoa there. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I want you guys to pay attention to this, right? So right off the bat, the first thing that stood out to me on this, right? He's the one that's drowned, right? He's being pulled down by literal fucking revenge. By the aspects of destiny and whatnot pulling her down. She realizes what the plan is, and maybe it's trying to act hard to go out and stop him. Maybe trying to go out and be there for him in that way, right? And now she's in a full black dress, right? A mourning fucking outfit, and he's the one that's drowning. They're both reaching out for one another. And there's the crows guiding maybe destiny, maybe whatnot on her side of things, while he's the one that's seeing the consequences of what may be happening and just falling into the water in that aspect. And the crows of murder, right? Let it keep going. Running. Ruby with snow again. Reaching out. He's reaching out. And as she's running to the door. Hastily, he disappears into nothing. He's sinking and she's trying to break free. Yeah. And he's living all the memories of his past life. There's a screen behind him. He's going through all the memories of his like earlier childhood, you know, probably everything that's going through. My God. Ruby's going against fate? Could be. But nonetheless, he's being dragged down and he's drowning in it. He's fucking drowning by the strings of fate that are pulling him down, and he literally fucking disappears in it. So I'm guessing he's more than likely either going to be close to dying or die. We'll back it up just to the beginning aspect of things, right? Exactly. It's beautiful imagery. Isn't this kind of funny? For Aqua, his glass shatters and the first words that come out is like, you know, this last chance or my last chance or whatever. And he's walking down like there's nothing but whiteness, and he's wearing that, like, you know, that dark colors already, right? The dark sweater literally coming down. Like, that's wild. He's coming down the steps while she's going up him as well. So hold on. Just the imagery, right? He's in an all dark environment and she's in, like, you know, or like in a dark environment and she's all lit up. Looking up to the like heaven, sky, whatnot. Her going up the stairs, right? Yeah. Sort of being colored. As she's being colored by her experiences, he's fighting all these shadows of his past, shadows of himself. That's why I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Different direction of Ruby. Yeah, Ruby becoming tainted. 100% Vicor. The different memories, the different whatnot, sort of like tainting them in that way. And they're both in water, which is interesting, right, Bleak? Hell yeah. However, it seems as though water or whatever fell through breaks the glass for her, while for him, he has enough like strings tied in that he just drowns. He drowns in the situation. Fucking powerful, man. That's some beautiful fucking imagery. He's drowning and she's barely standing up, and wow. And she's going against fate, yeah, or trying to. Reaching out, he reaches out. She's running hastily to try and get to him. Doesn't make it. Screen in the background is blank. The murder of crows is still circling. You know, he's reliving all of his like childhood memories, what he was set to do. And when the crow looks back, he looks at us. That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. Like, I gotta be honest, guys. Is she going to open Pandora's box? Yeah, that is fucking wild. And what a beautiful, beautiful way of interloping. It's cinema. It really fucking is. That is fucking cinema. Like, being able to go ahead and bring in all these different elements together and showcase something like this is honestly fucking amazing. It's color me impressed. Color me fucking impressed, guys. Oof. Holy shit. Wow. What a phenomenal fucking episode. Guys, I'm going to rate this episode a solid like 9.9 out of 10. I'm going to rate this episode a solid 9.9 out of 10. Fucking peak. Absolute fucking cinema. it was a peak episode that really showcased, like, you know, we had different themes going on about like people being able to communicate, coming together and talking about stuff, anxiety attack, panic attacks, Akana's brilliant mind putting, it was so good. It was so good. Like, yeah, if you were Aqua's therapist, how would you approach it? Oh, we're going to approach it through multiple angles using multiple techniques, right? Absolute fucking cinema, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, I gotta say, I liked it. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all for coming out for Oshinoko. You guys are absolutely wonderful, especially you guys on YouTube. I hope you guys took one of our discussion points away. With that being said, guys, if you guys are here on Twitch or on YouTube, make sure to follow if you guys want to go ahead and save someone's waifu or husbando. This is the, if you subscribe or you follow right now, you get to save someone's poor waifu or husbando, maybe even yours, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for the follow, Eric the Dad. Hell yeah, one husbando / waifu saved. I love this series. This is fucking wonderful. And for me, that the fact that they're keeping the fact that they're keeping these characters consistent and growing from it. Fucking cinema. I am excited. I am so from Evil Ed Reflow. Evil Ed will get to them. I am so fucking, I don't know. I gotta praise the author, because the author really cared for the characters, and the author really thought about making these characters like as human as possible and understanding their psychology and where they're from and how they're growing from it. Fucking phenomenal. Wow. I can't praise this enough. I can't praise this episode enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all. Leave a comment, subscribe, that whole ordeal. It means the world to me. Commenting helps the algorithm push this video out even further. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.